Hey, what's up you guys? Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different than what I have been doing. I'm gonna do a little cooking video for you guys today. I have gotten some requests from people that I do know to do something that's cooking or baking related because they know that I like to do both of those things. So I'm kind of incorporating that into my wedding series here because I'm sweating for the wedding, right? Like I'm trying to get in shape. I'm a really busy person, so sometimes it's hard for me to make healthy decisions because I have like no time, you know? That's probably not an excuse. I could eat a banana or something, but instead, as I'm trying to like get my kid ready for school, pack his lunch, go to work, somewhere in the mix, I'm like eating Oreos for breakfast and I'm like, what have I done? So, and I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with that. We all live busy lives, you know? We've got kids and just things to do. So I'm going to show you something that I have been making that makes eating a healthy breakfast a little more easy. It's kind of like a grab and go type of situation. I actually originally found a recipe that was similar to this one on Becca Bristow's channel. If you have never heard of Becca Bristow, or you've never seen any of her videos, go watch them. She's amazing and brilliant. And she preaches a lot about intuitive eating. And so that has kind of been my mindset lately. It's just kind of like eat what makes me feel good rather than just being on a diet. Like I feel like we're all constantly on diets. But so she made something similar to this. And I figured, you know, it's fall. So add pumpkin, obviously. So I am going to be making a pumpkin version of these oatmeal bars that she makes. And they are super, super delicious. My fiance hates pumpkin, by the way, and he absolutely loves these. And there's chocolate in it, so I mean, that's the trick for me, honestly, is making sure that something is quick to reach for, just easy, and still tastes good, because like, I get bored of yogurt like every morning, you know what I mean? So this way you can kind of like incorporate something a little more festive and seasonal, and it's really good for you. Pumpkin's ridiculously good for you. It's got lots of fiber, and it's really filling, and this is oatmeal, which is also filling, and I really find that when I have these for breakfast, and you know, drink a lot of water, of course, I don't really find myself being really hungry until lunchtime, whereas, you know, a lot of the time if I just like reach for a banana or something, then I find that I'm like starving by lunchtime, and then I make really terrible decisions. So I am going to show you how I make these. They are super delicious, so you should definitely try to make these. I will link the recipe down below for you. I honestly can't remember who makes these or where the recipe's from or the name of the website, but I'll link it down below for you, and I'll just kind of like go through the step-by-step process of how I make these. Super easy, super delicious pumpkin oatmeal muffin things. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, what you're gonna do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, turn it to bake, and that's funny. Anyway, yeah, so excuse the green backsplash. It's a green marble laminate. Yes, it's everywhere, even the backsplash. So you'll see a lot of that in my videos. It's great. So I've got 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. I like old-fashioned oats, but I have done this with quick oats before, and they've turned out just fine. Here in this little bowl, I have got a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom, because it wasn't included in the recipe, but cardamom is delicious and my favorite spice to put in everything, especially fall things. So if you got cardamom, go ahead and toss it in. If you don't, whatever, it's fine. And then we also have 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, because isn't that what fall is all about? Pumpkin pie spice, right? We also, in this bowl, have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder. We have got my milk of choice over there is almond milk. I've got a cup of it. You can use any milk that you want. I am lactose intolerant, and so almond milk it is. We've got a cup of pumpkin. I like to use Trader Joe's pumpkin, but use whatever you've got. You know, any pumpkin works. I just really enjoy Trader Joe's pumpkin. I think it tastes a little more pumpkin-y, if you will. I've also got a 1/4 cup of maple syrup to sweeten it. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be that much sweetener in the entire recipe, so it's like go ahead and use a little bit of maple syrup. Now, quick pro tip for you guys. What I do, and I learned this from Good Eats, I'm pretty sure, is I sprayed my 1/4 cup of, my 1/4 measuring cup with a little bit of canola cooking oil, or cooking spray, or whatever, Pam. And That way when I pour it into my bowl, it will come out nice and easily and it won't stick to the actual measuring cup. It'll go into my recipe. You could use maple syrup, which I like to use, or you could use a 1/4 cup of honey. Either way, just use one of those. I have also got, you know, give or take a 1/4 cup of chocolate chunks that are, you know, dark chocolate, because why not? Plus more for snacking, I suppose, because you know you're going to. But yeah, I put more than a 1/4 cup in there because I like each muffin to have an evenly distributed amount of chocolate chunks, so why not? I have also got a 1/4 cup of pecan chips, I guess. You can buy them in chip form. You can buy pecans and chop them yourself. I am lazy, and so pecan chips it is. You could also add a 1/4 cup of dried fruit if you would like. And then I also have an egg, of course, or you could use 2 egg whites, whichever you would like to use. And then I also have some vanilla extract. So I will go ahead and mix the dry ingredients. Toss in your 2 cups of oats. Oh, I guess I should move this into the frame. 2 cups of oats in here. Then I've got my spices. So there we go. I've got my baking powder and salt. Toss that in. So we are going to, you know, just quickly stir that together. Like so. And then once you've got all of that stirred together, you will go ahead and add things like your pumpkin. Oof, that's not a pleasant sound at all. Go ahead and add your maple syrup. And for the most part, they came out pretty cleanly. So there we go. Add your milk. Add your egg. And then it's supposed to be like a teaspoon of vanilla. I just like to eyeball it because it's vanilla and like really like you're not gonna hurt anybody if you add a little extra vanilla. Add your chocolate chips and add your pecan chips. And there you go. So go ahead and you will just stir that all together. Okay, it should look a little something like this. And then at this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let this sit for about 3 to 5 minutes to let the mixture set and kind of thicken up a little bit before pouring it into your muffin tins. So BRB. Now it's time to go ahead and scoop these guys into the muffin tin. And you can fill it all the way full because these are not going to rise pretty much at all in the baking process. So go ahead and fill those bad boys right up. Also, ignore the Band-Aid. I managed to sustain a horrific injury while I was putting in a roll of paper towels. Story of my life. So, once you have your muffin tin filled, you can go ahead and get these guys in the oven. Okay. Set your super ancient timer for 30 minutes. And then, I don't know, go do other fall things. Like, I don't know, rake leaves? I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, yep, there's my dog. We are going to get these out of the oven. So here we have the finished product, you guys. These are the pumpkin oatmeal quote unquote muffins. They're not really muffins. But yeah, they smell amazing. I really wish you could smell them because they smell super amazing and spicy from the cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin pie spice. They smell pumpkin-y, and they are both delicious and nutritious. So let me know if you guys do end up making these. Also, so kind of side note, while I was waiting for those guys to bake, somebody asked me for my YouTube URL, and I like just about died because it turns out that my YouTube URL is like my AIM screen name from high school. Which is probably aging myself because like who remembers AIM, right? Like AOL Instant Messenger. So I think what would be super fun is comment down below if you guys remember AIM, and if you do you remember what your screen name was? I love laughing at these things because let's face it, our screen names were all super ridiculous. Mine was Brown Eyed Girl 878, obviously misspelled because they always were. Yeah, I just thought that was really, really funny and like slightly embarrassing, and I tried to figure out how to customize my URL and I can't yet because I don't have enough subscribers, so God, please, please subscribe to my channel so I can get enough subscribers to actually change my URL, because oh my gosh, how embarrassing. So yeah, comment down below again if you remember your AIM screen name. I'm just like dying to read some of these. But yeah, if you guys do make these, let me know. And yeah, that's it for this video, you guys. Stay tuned for the next video. I will definitely be DIYing. I'll be making something wedding related. So love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.